Today on Beardo and Weirdo, we talk about the fans who go way over the line. Chris and I have both had stalkers, and I find out that my target audience are crackheads.
And several examples of why Craig's girlfriend is an absolute saint.
Words hurt, Chris. Words hurt.
Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Anaheim, California. It is I, Chris Cale from the rock and roll band Five Finger Death Punch, with my friend, the king of credits,
comedian Craig Gass from Family Guy, King of Queens, Sex and the City, etc., etc. We are coming to Green Bay, Wisconsin, to the Epic Event Center on January 10th, and then we'll be at the Grove in Anaheim on January 24th. We're doing live stand-up comedy, followed by a live podcast taping of Beardo and Weirdo. You can join us live. Ticketmaster.com or go to getgas.com. It's Get Gas with 2 S's.
Hey, man, you forgot that one episode of Las Vegas that you're on.
One episode of Las Vegas with Alec Baldwin. We robbed the casino. I got $8 for it.
Been eating more than that, Miranda.
Yeah, what's up? You know what we haven't even talked about is that I'm going to Providence, too. We're doing Green Bay, which I'm excited about, to do the Epic Event Center. And then we're doing the Anaheim, the theater in Anaheim. Why am I drawing a blank?
Grove.
The Grove in Anaheim.
Yep.
During NAMM show weekend.
Can't wait.
Which is going to be nuts. And in between, I'm at the Comedy Connection in Providence. I haven't even mentioned that. And that's been booked for a while. Comedy Connection, one of the best comedy clubs in the country, is going to be January 15th, 16th. I think it's the 14th to the 16th. But all the dates are at getgas.com. Get Gas with 2 S's. A couple weeks ago, we talked about the Ace Frehley fan who followed that family into the cemetery.
Oh, yeah.
For the funeral, got thrown out of the funeral.
I don't think anybody forgot about that one.
Yeah, there's been some strong reactions to that. And one or two people who are defending him by thinking that we're taking advantage, we're trying to get clicks.
I saw that. Feigned.
Yeah.
Feigned outrage.
Feigned outrage. And I was like,
as an artist, that ain't feigned, son.
Yeah. It's like a genuine story. That guy reached out to me and said he wanted to be on the show. So I'm like, all right.
His bitch ass was looking for clicks.
He was looking for...
Say it, Craig. His bitch ass. I saw you pause.
I think he's a wonderful person. And I want to get him on this show.
Fuck that dude.
So listen, I'm on your side, sir. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, man, I changed my mind. Come on in.
Yeah. Ace Scoble is his name. If you look at the video from a couple weeks ago, he sent me a video saying, hey, man, I'm a Ace Frehley super fan. This is what I do. And he sent me a video of him walking right through the gates of Ace's property, which we find out in the middle of the thing that he doesn't live there anymore.
Yeah.
So somebody else is at that house and he's walking around the property going, this is where he recorded albums, blah, blah, blah. And he sent me a message. First, he blocked me on Facebook.
Well, I mean, I've thought about it, so maybe I am on his side.
Yeah. Then he unblocked me and then said...
Did y'all start dating or something? That sounds like one of my girlfriends.
It does, right? And then I asked him about the video. I said, man, I posted what you sent me, but I don't know, what am I missing? Like, please tell me, like, come on the show and fill me in. And by the way, when I started looking at his Facebook, he is on Facebook all day long. Like
don't say.
That dude posts stuff all day long.
I can't imagine.
But then continues to tell me he's having too tough a time in life right now to actually have time to spend with us because he's got so much going on. So, yes, he spends all day on Facebook. He has multiple posts all day long, and then he comments on all the posts, but doesn't have time to come on with us, but says he wants to. And he wanted me to tell the audience that when I asked him I said, I played your video, and in your video, you say I'm trespassing multiple times. He said...
Hey, Alex, get my Kermit right here.
He said... I was doing that for effect.
I'm doing this for effect.
Yeah.
Ace.
He said he didn't mean it. He said, even though he says multiple times in the video that he says, I am now trespassing, he says he was only saying it on the video for effect. And I got to be honest, Ace.
At least you are.
That was a tough one. You know what that reminds me of? Jim Norton and Sam Roberts used to have an intern who was very nerdy and under pressure said that he had sex once. And they were like, oh, you have? Like, originally they all thought he was a virgin.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I think they believe that he had said he was a virgin. He goes, no, I've had sex. And they go, with who? And he goes, a model. And they go, where did this happen? And his response, just tell me how real this feels. I'll be the kid.
Okay.
And just say, oh, you had sex once? And then I say yes with a model. And then you say where.
Got it.
Okay.
So you had sex once?
Yeah, with a model.
Where?
In a building. That was his response. In a building is what he said.
Well, I mean, with my proclivity to bang outside, I mean, that is kind of something.
Whatever that word is.
Yeah, proclivity. Yeah, I stumbled over. Easy for me to say, right? Trying to over here be smart. My tongue gets, I get a big word coming up. Here it comes.
I had sex once. Where? In a building.
In a building.
You don't know her. She's Canadian.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
no, she can't come out today. My mom said that she's not allowed to come out.
Because Ace, not only do you say multiple times in the video, I am trespassing, but you also say, the last time I was here, I was chased off by Dobermans.
Yeah.
You say that in the video, and then you talk about stealing bricks from the property. Like there's multiple layers of that seem a little dishonest. But all that being said, Ace, we do want you to come on to share your side of it, because I know that you've told me that you've actually worked with Ace on promoting albums and stuff, and that
handing out stickers he made.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you what he told me. And Ace, we'd love to have you come on to tell your side of the story. And he says he would like to. He's very busy right now. He also is. He happens to be going through what you and I are going through, which is losing parents. And he said that's been taking up a lot of his time, and he hasn't had any free time. But we have as well, and we have serious life stuff going on in our lives as well. So, and I've related that to Ace. I do want to show you another similar kind of thing that I thought was kind of crazy. I just came across this last night, and I don't know if you heard this story. It's very similar to the Ace story, where he just and by the way, I'm not talking about Ace Frehley. I'm talking about Ace
the real Ace.
The Ace Scoble is the fan who sent us videos of him trespassing on Ace's property, and was also driving into the cemetery to try to get into the funeral for Ace Frehley. One of the guys from the Backstreet Boys had an issue with a super fan crashing his place. I got about a 1-minute clip that I want to get your reaction to, because I saw this and I was like, damn, this is like the same kind of empathetic thing.
It's disappointing and it's sad because of the fact that this lady knows that it's private property. She insists on harassing my family. She insists on antagonizing. She knows where my property lines are, yet she seeks me out. She causes violent behavior.
Whoa.
She yells at me. She videotapes me. And this is just, this is supposed to be the American dream.
Why is she keying in on you guys? Does she know who you are?
Yeah.
Is that what she's motivated by?
Of course she does. Yeah, of course she does. She tells everybody on the beach who I am. She causes people to come over to try to take pictures.
Is she like a fan? Does she go to your concerts?
No, I haven't seen her at a concert, and I don't know that I would let her in, to be honest with you, because of this lawsuit. She's just a troublemaker, and it's not fun to be in my backyard and not be able to be relaxed. It is private property. It's been private since 1912, when the property was purchased from the government in 1912, and people know the rules, and they just don't abide by them. So it's just frustrating. So I had to take action against this lady.
I didn't realize we were going to see a clip from RFK Jr. I thought it was going to be one of the Backstreet Boys.
What was Joe Biden doing in that bottom right?
I was the ladies out in front of my beach.
He's too busy yelling at that bitch on the beach.
It's okay to do heroin. And I got great grades when I was on heroin. That's a terrible first attempt at RFK Jr.
Yeah,
but
you need to work on that one.
But dude, ladies out on the beach where his property is, and telling everybody that's the guy from Backstreet Boys, and getting other people to stop and check out. Like, has anyone ever known where you lived? Anybody caught on to where you lived that was a fan?
No, other than people in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've never had anything. Not like I got a big compound and it blends in with everything else. So
I don't think he'd mind me telling the story, but Corey Taylor has a great story about a guy walking up to him when he moved into his neighborhood, camera running, like, hey, look who my neighbor is. It's Corey Taylor. Say hi to my friend. And like, no, hi, I'm your neighbor. Just like,
damn,
just walked right up to him and just started, I'm FaceTiming my so-and-so is one of your biggest fans. And he's just out by his car grabbing some bags of groceries.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
no,
hi.
like I said, I've had, other than maybe two instances, I've had real positive interactions with all the fans that we've got. I don't know if we just don't attract that type of whatever the hell that is.
You know what? And that actually reminds me of a video. Alex, I want you to look up Kiefer Sutherland on Periscope and see if you can find that video. When Periscope was a big thing.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
That was the first time you could like turn on your phone and go live and just broadcast on a Periscope page.
Yeah.
Which you can do now on FaceTime or Instagram.
Everything.
Yeah, just live,
Yeah.
right? But it was very brand new as a concept. Turn on your phone and just broadcast to the world.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I just remembered one thing that I used to go to this one gas station and talking about calling other people to come in there. There was this a kid, nicest kid, awesome, knew that I was in Death Punch, and every time I would go in there, somebody else would be at the counter. He's like, "You know who that is? You know who that is back there?"
No way, really?
Oh yeah, I was like, "Come on, man, it's cool that you know, but if they don't know, like, I don't like that at all." And I've had to stop going to that gas station because of that interaction right there.
Dude, you know what is the worst is being in a social event where one person knows who you are and only one. And they're trying to explain to everyone else in the room why they should be excited.
Yeah.
That is the fucking worst, to be in a social situation where there's one person going, you don't know? You ever seen that one episode of Sex in the City?
He loves donuts, man.
Oh man. And then you just got a room full of people going, oh, okay. All right.
Look it up on YouTube, man. It's on there.
Yeah.
Just to check it out right now. I know you're interacting and enjoying the party, but take some time.
It is the worst, man. Cause like socially, it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this situation, man?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just hanging out and like, you know, it's like you learn early on when people say, hey man, can you do some impressions for us? And you go, no, this is a funeral. I'm not doing it. Like, you know, in certain situations, I told you.
I'll do an impression.
Yeah. Or like the Lenny.
How's that?
Remember the Lenny Kravitz story that I told you about going to Guns N' Roses was doing a big stadium show at MetLife Stadium where the Giants play. And Lenny Kravitz was the opening act and got set up for the show. I got hooked up. So I also have a set list. So I know the band is going out on Paradise City. So I tell my buddy, when Paradise City starts, that's a 15-minute song live.
Yeah.
I was like, as soon as they start Paradise City, let's get the fuck out because it's 70,000 people trying to get out of the stadium. So Paradise City starts and we start running through the backstage area. And I'm like, oh, you know what else I forgot? I got to hand out my comedy special to people and say, hey, put this on your bus, put this on your bus, put this on your bus, put this on your bus. And
throw this away for me.
Yeah, kind of. And like the old Mitch Hedberg thing where you say like, when people hand you a flyer, it's like they're saying, here, you throw this away.
Yep.
You know, so I'm about to run. I've connected with everybody I know, and I've handed them copies of the special, and I'm almost out the door, and I run by this room, and the door is wide open, and the sign outside the door says Lenny Kravitz dressing room. Lenny Kravitz.
So you go, hey, Lenny. That's a callback, people.
So look up the Billy Joel episode. I embarrassed myself and didn't realize what a dipshit I sounded like until Chris laughed so hard. No bullshit. Go watch the episode. His hat popped off his head. That's how hard his neck snapped. His hat. And keep in mind, the dude has headphones on. The headphones, the hat, everything went flying off.
There was that much pressure.
Yep.
My mind was blown at that level of lack of self-awareness.
Half his beard popped right off his body, man. He could not believe how stupid I was. And it was funny because like there's moments where I just will hear a sound and I'll go, huh, I I am stupid. Like I'm totally open to criticism. But I just need someone to point out to me when I'm being stupid and I don't know. But I love finding out that I'm stupid so that I can be like, okay, let me not be stupid again. Because I definitely
you must get a lot of laughs.
Yeah. So I'm running out of the stadium, MetLife Stadium, and I see this door open, and the sign outside the door says Lenny Kravitz dressing room, and it's a bunch of people partying, having a good time. And I go, oh shit! And I'm like, you know what? And I knock on the open door. And I go, excuse me. One guy in this party atmosphere turns around and he goes, hey, what's happening? And I go, my name's Craig Gass. I'm a stand-up comedian. I want to give you copies. And he goes, what? You're a stand-up? Hold on. Hey, everybody, we got a comedian here. And everybody starts to quiet down. He goes, hey, tell us a joke. This guy's a professional stand-up comedian. Tell us a joke. And I go, nah. And he's like, come on, man, you're a stand-up comedian. I go, no, I wanted to give you a copy of the comedy special. You put this on your bus. And he goes, come on, you got to tell us at least one joke. And I go, and there's still a lot of commotion, right? And I go, all right, you know who Tracy Morgan is? He goes, I love Tracy Morgan. I go, I got a funny story about Tracy Morgan. And then he goes, wait. Shh, hey, this guy's telling us a joke. But what did not happen between, hey, this guy's telling us a joke, nobody explained, I'm about to do a Tracy Morgan impression, okay? They just heard, hey, this guy's about to tell a joke, but they didn't hear, hey, do you like Tracy Morgan? I got a great Tracy Morgan story. I start telling the Tracy Morgan story, and a room full of black people are just staring at me while I'm doing a Tracy Morgan voice going, the fuck is going on right now? Yep. And it just bombed. I got to the punchline bomb, and I go, well, I'm going to put these specials right here. And I put it.
You still left the specials.
Well, you got to do something. You can't just be like, all right, I'll accept my defeat and walk away. Like, I'm trying to hold on to something. I put the comedy specials on the corner of the table, and I go, well, you guys put this on your bus. And then I walked away. And I remember looking, here's the corner of the table, off to the edge of the table, garbage can right there. I know they just went, swipe, get the fuck out of here.
That's one thing as a musician. I'm so glad that people don't go, oh, you're a musician?
Sing a song.
Sing a song.
Oh, yeah. That's a big thing, man. They don't do that with like plumbers where it's like, oh, you're a plumber? Come on.
Just turn around. Yep, you are. I see.
Hey, fix my sink. Come on, sink. Sink. Like you can't. Yeah, that's not a thing. So yeah, dude, you learn in situations like it doesn't work. You just learn how to when is the right time to do it, when is not the right time to do it. People put you on the spot though.
Do you learn though, Craig?
Eventually, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it takes me a couple of times to, as you know, takes me a couple of times to learn things, but I'm a little thick.
I'm gonna do my Joe Rogan impression now.
Wow. Papers in the room actually started flying off the table right now when you do that. That was some serious exhale.
Yeah.
I will say this. Periscope was really groundbreaking because, again, you can be a broadcaster wherever you're at. And what made it really interesting was late at night, you have a map of the globe, and then you just go around the globe and you can see someone's broadcasting right now in Bahrain. Someone's broadcasting right now in the Congo. Somebody's broadcasting right now in Atlanta. You just go around and see who's live.
Yep.
And I would always go wherever in the world it was 2 to 5 o'clock in the morning, because that was the most interesting shit to watch people 2 to 5 o'clock in the morning. You'd see people having sex, doing drugs, sometimes both. I went on to a live stream in Phoenix, Arizona.
That explains a lot.
And it might have even been...
I've done both.
Yeah.
In Phoenix.
Yeah. It might have even been worse, like Globe or Awatuki or something. And so I'm watching this couple smoke crack. They're either smoking crack or meth, right? They got a little meth pipe, and they're passing the meth back and forth. And the girl and the guy, actually, I don't see the guy. The guy's holding the camera, and he's talking, and he's pointing the camera at the girl.
Called POV.
POV, and
for all the other pervs at home.
The girl is in rough shape, and the guy is talking about how hot she is and how they're going to do stuff soon. And it's so disturbing to watch that I start doing a commentary making fun of the whole situation. And the guy holding the camera phone just keeps going, that's pretty funny, man. That's pretty funny. And he's like, here, give me that pipe. And he's smoking. And he passes to her, and she smokes. And then I keep going, like, whatever my jokes are about how disturbing this whole thing is. And then at one point he goes, the camera moves, and he's like, who is this anyway? And he clicks to see who I am. And did
you send him a link to your comedy special?
Dude, worse. he's the camera's on her. She's freebasing this meth. And he goes, oh shit, Craig Gass, dude, I'm your biggest fan. And the girl smoking meth goes, I fucking love Craig Gass. And I went, and I fucking turned it off.
And you found your target audience.
I found my target audience. I found my people. They're meth heads in Arizona. Oh my God. It was so fucking frightening, man. It was so fucking frightening. But
clip that, Alex.
Yeah. But dude, when it comes to, I'm curious, you've said, we've already gone in a couple different directions here.
That's what we do.
You've had people find out, not where you live, but they'll point out to people, hey, that guy is famous.
And it's like, if I'm famous, they would already know.
Okay.
I love when people are like, so are you famous? Like,
yeah.
If I was famous, then you wouldn't have to ask that question.
Yeah.
Slash is famous.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Have you ever dealt with those guys that get those stacks of things they want autographed? You have.
All the time.
Really?
Yeah. But it's like one of those things. I actually saw a documentary on YouTube with Parkway Drive. And they were in Mexico, I believe.
Parkway Drive, the band.
Yeah, Parkway Drive, the band. From Australia. Great band. Incredible live show.
Really?
More fire and pyro than Kiss. It's crazy. Wonderful band. Love those dudes. They did a documentary of when they were playing. I think it was in Mexico. And I remember them saying, you know, if these people out there selling the bootleg shirts out in these streets, if that puts a roof over someone's head or puts food on the table for these people, then I'm doing good. You know, let them have their thing. It's not taking away from me. It's adding to their life. So like, you'll get the big stacks of, hey man, can you sign this? And you sign those dumbass little guitar, like the little plastic pieces that go on the guitar. I can't think what it's called. Yeah.
And then they'll attach it to a
guitar. Yeah, like a pick guard. That's what it's called.
Yes.
Yeah, a pick guard. And they'll try to get you to sign those. It's always a blue Sharpie because I guit that they degrade slower than black, silver, and all that stuff.
Interesting.
Blue. Yeah. Okay. So that's always a big thing. But I'm like, you know, whatever. If it allows somebody to put some food on the table for their family or, you know, roof over their head, I don't care. My life's fine. Yeah.
Have you ever come across any of them that seem more entitled?
No, because I signed everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have something I want to show you.
Oh, okay.
The band is called Geese. I guess they're from New York.
Okay.
And there's what looks like a kid who's in that band Geese being filmed from the point of view of the autograph collector. And this autograph collector, I forget his name, but we can have Alex look it up and credit. I don't know if this guy would want the credit, but the guy is in the comments of this video defending himself like crazy.
All right.
Let's just roll and
roll that.
You're gonna know what's going on right away.
Like it's Thanksgiving.
Oh, GTV reality.
Like, are you serious, Emily?
Kid just said,
you know who made rock and roll?
Oh boy.
Oh, Diddley.
I'll be here all day. I'm not doing it.
Why not?
He's not giving an autograph.
What's the point though?
I don't want to.
Because you don't want to? Like a regular person. Like I got the other members on here, and it's Thanksgiving. You can't sign. Can he get one?
No, neither of you.
Why is that though?
He doesn't want to give an autograph.
We have records though,
and he's following him.
All right.
Like, are you serious, bro?
Ugh. There's gonna be a moment.
Like, why are you so so bitter on Thanksgiving, bro? Seriously.
It's gonna take a turn.
Thanksgiving, you're so bitter you can't sign an autograph? Who do you think you are, bro? Who do you think you are, though? No, seriously, who do you think you are?
He's getting
you think like some big star or something? Your ego's like up in the fucking sky, bro. Seriously. Because you don't want to? You're gonna tell all your fans that? Why? Because I'm black?
Oh,
boy. Is it because I'm black?
Oh, God.
Please let me know. Because you don't want to. This comes with the game, bro. You signed up for this. You want to be famous? You got to deal with this shit, bro.
GTV reality is going to make you famous.
It's only going to blow up. You're getting famous and more famous. So every airport you go to, In every city you go to, you got to deal with motherfuckers like me.
He's
or
yelling,
even worse, y'all, because you want to sign autographs. Like seriously,
How old is this kid that he's accosting?
I don't know.
That's the reason you didn't sign the whole trip, because your handler. It's not no deuce. Like seriously, if it was up to you, you would sign. You wanted to sign.
You're gonna keep talking to me. I'm not gonna sign your agreement, please. May I please have one? Just do it. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it right now.
What's the reason not though? What's the
why
reason?
can't he have the
big
option?
deal? Can I please know?
I sign things for people that come to shows and pay for tickets.
Reasonable.
Oh, that's the reason?
Yeah.
And I'm not the person that comes to shows and pay for tickets? How do you know that, though? You're judging a book by its cover.
This isn't a concert.
Like I said,
Sing
it's because
one
I'm
song.
Black. Like, seriously.
GTV reality. Sing
How do you
one
know I don't go to
song.
shows and pay for tickets? How do you know
Because you
that?
wouldn't be that
Where's this
disrespectful.
going? To your fans. Come on, bro. Cut the shit. You're
He
from
won't
Brooklyn.
leave him
Y'all
alone.
disgraceful,
All
bro.
these things. Again,
Y'all played in Brooklyn and disgraced Brooklyn, man. Seriously.
Oh, that's way too long.
Disgraceful band.
Yeah.
does it go past this?
Hey, Black. Huh. You're crazy, bro. Think you're Led Zeppelin. Your ego's up here, bro. You're not even famous yet.
What does that have to do with
I
ego?
wonder if that guy's from New York.
Real fucked up. Seriously.
That's good.
Dude.
And you know, all these interactions, I just want to say, Death Punch fans, Chris Cale fans, thank God you all are who you are.
And also to the Craig Gass fan.
The one that he made at the Lenny Kravitz show.
Thank you. Thank you. You know your name. And you're probably my girlfriend. And
Nope.
yeah, dude. There's so many. Here's the thing. You and I are in recovery, right? We're both people who've had to take a look at ourselves. And a big thing that always comes up in recovery, in any things we deal with in life is, okay, well, back up. What's my contribution? What did I what part of this is my fault? Like, what did I what's going on my side of the street?
Yeah, where's my self-responsibility?
Right, we have to constantly look at what we do. And this guy has absolutely no self-awareness. He is aggravating the situation.
And pulls the race card.
The race card.
No, it's got nothing to do with that. It's because you're a dick.
Yeah, you're being a dick. You're being a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit. And then I looked at the comments and multiple comments were like, you know what? I love this page, but I am not with you on this one. Like, he has people that follow him that are like, dude, I normally love watching your content. And I scrolled through a couple of videos, and he's one of those guys who will hang out in front of like the Ed Sullivan Theater and catch the guests for the day coming. And I see them like, I remember going there with Mitch when Mitch would do Letterman or other friends. I would, you see these, what's that?
I just remember a story about me. I forgot where we were. This is back when I was still drinking. So like where the bus pulls into the hotel and it's a big crowd of people. And I was feeling under the weather, hungover. It's just like, I do not want to deal with this today. Like, I just want to go in the hotel. I want to rot. I want to go to sleep. I don't sleep well on the bus as it is. So being hungover and being tired, not sleeping, just was not in a good mood. I saw this.
And this is a moment where you don't expect to run into people. And then,
yeah. It was in the city that we were on a day off on. I was like, oh my God, like we're not even playing this city.
Okay.
And like there's people outside. So I walk off the bus, fully anticipated, getting rushed. There was a professional basketball team that was staying at that same hotel.
Oh, okay.
And they were all there for them. And I was like, I got to deal with this today.
And then
not one person cared.
It's like,
thank God I don't drink and I don't have that attitude anymore because, oh man, just so surly.
John Mulaney had that great joke about going to rehab and being like, I don't know, man, if I go to rehab, oh man, my biggest fear was like, everyone's going to know who I am there. And he said, and that quickly gave way to a much bigger fear, which was not a single person here knows who I am.
See, I went into rehab hoping no one knew. As soon as I got there, the very first like orderly that was there goes, I go,
you know what?
The moment I walked in the door, I was like, oh, I'm trying to go get away to deal with the stuff.
You know what?
It's right here.
I got recognized, and this is going to be a funny story because you're going to see a running theme here. I went to a gay meeting because a friend of mine's son, who is gay, said that he was getting into recovery, and he said hey, next time you're in town, can we go to a meeting? And I said, absolutely. I'd love to.
I know just the one for you.
Well, and he goes, are you okay with going to gay meetings, which is just like gay friendly meetings? And I go, yeah, absolutely. So we go to this church, and it was a meeting it was a gay friendly meeting. And I got my buddy Jason with me. Actually, this is a whole thing I totally forgot about, because there's like there's a PS and then a PSS afterwards, because we're sitting there in the meeting, and this guy comes over with his boyfriend and goes, I'm really sorry to bother you, but, and this might sound really crazy, but were you on Sex and the City? And I go, what? I get so excited when people recognize me. I go, yes, I was. What's up? I go, this is Jason. I'm Craig. And they're like, hey, Jason. Hey, Craig. Oh my God. I love that. It's my favorite episode. And I go, oh my God, thank you. Yeah, I'm Craig Gass. Forget anonymity. I'm Craig Gass. I'm Craig Gass, your favorite actor from Sex and the City. And I'm going on and on and on about like, yeah. And they go, all right, well, it was lovely to meet you two. And they walked away, and I went, and I go, oh man. And I was like, I got really self-conscious, and I said, oh, and I kind of laughed. And I said, they think we're a couple. And Jason was like, why would they think that? I go, that's the way he said when he walked away. He goes, lovely to meet you two. That's funny, right? And then I started bugging out because we sat down for the meeting.
Like,
and
I
Jason
said my last name. All these people know my last name.
Jason.
Wait till this hits the tabloids. I'm Craig Gass. I've been on one episode of Sex and the City.
Yeah.
This is going on TMZ.
Jason and I sit down, the meeting starts, and I see Jason is sitting like this with his finger touching his chin. And I go, move your finger. And he goes, why? I go, because you look gay. And he goes, I go,
where'd you at a gay meeting?
I go, it was a gay meeting, but I was like, but they think we're a couple. And he was like, I don't think it's a, and then the way he was crossing his legs was bothering me. I was like, come on, man.
And he was like, honey, as if.
Thank God Chris wasn't with me at that meeting, because Chris will regularly, to make me uncomfortable, try to hold my hand in public.
All the time.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
And I was at the game.
Every time we sit down, my hand right on your leg. It's like,
I can't remember what
thanks
it was.
for taking me to the show, baby. Thank you.
At one moment, there was a moment where I looked at Jason, and I just thought his posture just looked so gay that I just started laughing.
Well, he was gay, so by definition, everything he does is gay.
No, Jason wasn't the gay one. It was my friend's son who was the gay friend who came, who brought us to the meeting. Yeah. And Jason was just my buddy who came
in support.
Yeah, in support. Yeah. He's, and I was like, man, you look too gay. And like, I started getting like super critical of him. Yep. And he goes, why would, and I go, man, and I got a bad case of the giggles.
You know what they always say, those who protest the most. Yep.
Got up. I had to leave the church for a minute because I was giggling so hard. And then
used the word giggling too.
I giggled and giggled and giggled, and I got all the ha-has out, and I finally came back into the church, and Jason's posture was so gay when I went back in, and I just started laughing.
Craig, why don't you show the people what a gay posture looks like for us? Let's see what that looks like. Craig Gass, Gass.
You're looking at it right here, man. This is my posture.
For the ladies and some of the fellas too.
It's certainly not a masculine posture that I carry. I realize that. But yeah, it's I was there in support, and I got super self-conscious about but yeah, you tell me that you recognize me from TV, I will regularly, like, if Darcy's like in the bathroom and somebody comes over, hey man, are you the guy from King of Queens? I'm like, yes. Hold on. Wait till she gets out here. Like, all right, now
say it again.
All right, now what were you saying?
You've done that to me before.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Hey, tell them what you just said.
Oh, dude, there was one time I think I told you about in Winnipeg when Chris Jericho and Duff McKagan came to watch me at an open mic in Winnipeg, and they showed up with security, and they were like 100.
Hold on, Chris Jericho.
That
badass needs security?
Well, it was Duff. Okay, to be fair, it was Duff security.
Okay, there we go.
Duff security guy, but it was Duff security guy.
Bass player, I get it.
Yeah, Duff and Chris Jericho. And then we were like in the back of the room, and no comedians, nobody knew what was going on because all the comedians were like looking for stage time. So they're all like up by the stage.
Yeah.
And then some guy walked by, did it double take and went, oh my God. And Duff and Chris Jericho both put their heads down. And the guy looked right at me and said, are you the guy from King of Queens? I was like, yes, I am.
Yep. Hey man, can I borrow your security real quick, Chris?
Yeah. Had no idea the two people sitting next to me were super famous.
There was one time that we were on the bus in it was a real bad area. It was the first time I'd ever seen a drug deal. There was a little kid, couldn't have been more than 5, took some money, walked to the end of the street, got that, and then came back over. I was like, oh, I just saw my first drug deal right from this bus.
Wow.
And Jason Hook, our old guitarist, was with me. And this was when I first joined the band. And again, I've trained Muay Thai for, at this point, 17 years, I think. And Jason was like, I don't know, man. Like, should we get our security guard to walk us out here? I was like, Jason, I can kick people in the face. Especially those drug-riddled people that was out in that area. I was like, my God.
I noticed drug deals like from a mile away. I can be like, ooh, I know what just happened right there.
Yep.
You know? I can't remember what city I was in recently, but I saw a drug deal go down recently in some city. I have no idea.
How much did you make?
$8.
There we go.
Yeah, you don't notice it now, like being sober, like you don't notice drug deals happening.
The one thing I do still notice is if I go into a restroom, I can look at the top of the
surface.
Yeah, like there's different surfaces and stuff, like the toilet paper holder. It'll always have like a little bit on there. I'm like,
yeah,
somebody's. It's only a matter of time, people.
For the longest time, I would just think like, what other purpose does that serve besides snorting coke off of that? Like that is the only, like, why would you have a surface right there? That's where you do cocaine. Like, what else?
And
is
it's
that
already
surface?
shiny and silver.
Yeah,
put it right out there.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be for. Yeah, dude.
Kids at home,
dude, we're getting way off track. We started talking about fans who go over the line. There was one fan at that Kiss event that I did a few weeks ago here in Vegas that she was bringing up thoughts that were not connected to reality, and one of them was, she stopped me and said, so we need to talk about Howard Stern. And I said, what do we need to talk about? And she said, we need to get Howard Stern to apologize for claiming that Gene Simmons is responsible for September 11th. And I said, what? He never said that. And the girl goes, yes, he did. And I said, no, he didn't. He never said that. When I say girl, I mean, she's a lady. And she goes, yes, he did. He said on September 11th, he said, a plane has just hit the World Trade Center and it's Gene Simmons' fault. And I said, that never happened. I was there. And she said, well, he was trying to say it and then it went to commercial. And I said, that didn't happen either. And she said, well, one of his employees claimed it. And I said, that didn't happen either. I was there on September 11th. We had a meeting that day, and she started to back off a little bit. But have you ever talked to somebody who you could tell is not connected to reality?
What I'm realizing is that the person sitting across from me has a lot of patience for crazy.
Well, dude,
a lot of interactions with crazy people.
Okay,
trespassers.
Tell me,
Kiss fans.
You've had stalkers like just show up. You've had stalkers, right?
Yeah, one of them was it hadn't been that long ago. There was a gentleman that reached out to me about like wanting to work out with me when I got into town, and I was just like,
"That's not a stalker.
Just wait.
That's someone from the meeting."
But like, he's like, "Yeah, I want to work out with you when you get here. I'll pick you up." I've just never responded. I was like, I don't know. I got a routine that I do when I'm out on the road. Okay. And, we got our own stuff in the back. So I'm working out there. And we showed up. And for some reason, I woke up super early that morning, like 8:30, and went in to get breakfast. And our security guard was like, "Hey, your guest is here." I'm like, "My guest?" He's like, "Yeah, the guy that wanted to lift weights with you." I was like,
you told me
I never responded to that dude. I never sent him like a message or nothing. And he showed up. He'd been out there waiting forever. And I was like, no, I'm not going out there. I didn't say I was going to, so I'm definitely not going out there now. And the guy, he waited outside. This is in Florida, I think. He waited around forever. And when we were on stage, we used to have this thing where, like, if you got a early access, there was like a place kind of over stage right in between the barrier and the stage where they could watch from there. So it'll get super close access. And our security guard ran over. He's like, "Hey, man, your guest is down there, like in that area.
Whoa.
Do you want me to kick him out?" I'm like, no. I would have liked you to have noticed that before and handled it then. But no, I was like, it's fine. Like, I'm not worried about it. Again, I can't kick people in the face. Wow. And so like the whole show, we finished up and I felt like super nervous. I was like something's weird like with this one. I'm not into this. So I waited until like bus call was like, say 2:00. I waited until about 1:55. Went out to the bus and there were still, 6 or 7 people that were hanging out waiting for autographs. I was like, I don't see this person over there. I'll say, they've been waiting for 3 hours at this point. I'll go say hi, take some pictures. I do it all the time. And I walked across the street because they were across the street. And then as soon as I got over there, that person came from the shadows around the building.
Oof.
And first thing they go was, hey man, I just want to let you know, I'm not a stalker. Do you know who never has to say that?
A stalker.
Someone who's not a stalker.
Yeah. Not a stalker.
Yeah. I was just like, oh my God. So if I'm ever murdered in Florida, Craig, I'm going to let you know. I'll give you that person's name and you can know and go ahead and put out the
I've had moments like that where I genuinely thought like, hey, I have to tell somebody, somebody weird's coming on, just so you know, like I've had a couple moments. It's weird. I've had that like right before I go to dinner with you. I'm like, hold on, this guy's really weird. I just want to let you know he's going to say some weird shit. So, if you don't hear from me, go to Craig's, whatever hotel room.
If he runs through his list of credits, just nod. Yes. Yeah. That was my favorite episode.
I've had, I want to say maybe 5 or 6 stalkers, and most of them were guys, which goes back to this thing again.
Yep. So, talking about lack of self-awareness, Craig.
It seems like I keep building up. Like everything keeps going in the same direction.
Energy attracts energy, but whether it's psycho or gay.
This guy wouldn't stop putting my dick in his mouth. Stop it.
I never made eye contact, so he knew I wasn't gay.
No, it was just super fans who would just say, oh man, let's hang out. And I'd be like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah.
There was one guy who would drive within 500 miles of his hometown to any show that I was at. And once
he's seen your act, right?
he would come. I could swear I told you this story.
I got him, Alex. There we go.
I swear I told you this story before, but one time he came out to his show at the Comedy Store in Hollywood.
Oh, you did.
And the guys from System of a Down. There was a bunch of, because every time I do a show in Hollywood, there's always a ton of musicians that come out.
Yep.
And 2 of the guys from System of a Down were there, John and Shavo. And they said, and John was like, dude, we got to hang out. We're going to go party. We're going to go to the Rainbow. And I was like, I got to get up early. And he goes, no, man, you're coming with us. And we're going to have fun. And I was like.
But before you go into this, if he's a super stalker, he's watching this right now.
I didn't know. So he's there and he's kind of hovering.
I'm talking about watching this right now.
Oh, yeah. And he's, and the guy, but
so
in that.
with caution. So
at that moment, the stalker is hovering around. And then John says, come on, let's go. We're going to jump in. And I was like, all right. We'll hang out for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going, I was like, all right, come on. And so they're going to drive. Shavo has a driver and he's got a big, beautiful Escalade that he brought to the Comedy Store parking lot. So Shavo jumps in the passenger seat. John and I jump in the back. And then before I have a chance to grab the door, the stalker jumps right in with us and goes, oh man, let's go. And then they go, all right, let's go. And I didn't even have a chance to go.
Yeah.
Like in order to overcome somebody's aggressiveness, you have to get to a level of aggressive that I just don't have in me. At least not in that moment. You do. Yeah. You will.
We got a whole segment based on it.
Yeah. Like because it puts me in a weird spot. And by the way, doing stand-up comedy, like the further along that you go, the more you find yourself in positions where you develop that sense of yourself. Like, hey man, I'm not going to put up with this.
You've been doing it for how long?
30 years now.
When's it happen for you? Oh, hey man, come on in.
Yeah.
Come on in.
No, I definitely have developed, like you've learned along the way how to deal with certain things. But my God, the guy just jumped in the car and I was like, what the fuck? And then he would send me messages afterwards like, I can't believe I got to hang out with Craig Guest and System of a Down for an entire night. And I was like, what the fuck? And
so I'm making fun of you right now about you not saying piping up.
Yeah.
But this weekend at the comedy club that we were at, there was a security guard that you definitely.
Oh, shit. I totally forgot about that. Oh, my God.
Your reaction was much different than mine. It was reversed.
Okay, so here's what happened.
Yeah.
I am at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, and they have a green room that is tucked in the back. It is impossible to get to this green room unless you go up it's a private elevator.
Yep.
Right? and you got to have a code to get in the elevator. It is impossible to get to this green room. And I'm sitting in the green room. I got there early, and I am on the phone with Darcy.
Because Craig wanted that free food from Kimball's.
We all want free food from Kimball's.
True.
They have great food there.
Oh, that pizza.
That pizza is so good. And margarita, extra sauce with the cauliflower crust.
Cauliflower
crust.
Yeah.
Oof. Go to Jimmy Kimmel's right now. Fly to Las Vegas right now and go straight to Jimmy Kimmel's. Order the cauliflower crust pizza, margarita style, then go back home and send me a message and say thank you. So I am sitting in that back room where I just placed my order for my margarita pizza. I'm going to be honest. And I'm on the phone with Darcy, and I see a security guard walking down the hallway towards the green room. I've never seen a security guard in that hallway, and he's walking towards the green room, and he just walks into the green room. And I do this. I go, hold on, babe. Hey. And he goes, how you doing? And I go, I'm doing good. And my only thought is, are you on the show? Yeah. I'm like, why would you come all the way back here? And I go,
how would you know to get back there?
Yeah. And I go, are you on the show? And he goes, nah. Always wanted to see this room. And I go, I got the phone next to me and I go, yeah, man, this is the green room. And he goes, yeah, this is pretty cool. And I go, is the green room for the comedians? And he goes, yeah, man, I was here last week talking to Carlos Mencia. And I have the phone next to my head and I go, and in the phone, I hear Darcy going, who is that? Who is that? And I go, shh. I go, and I'm letting the guy talk, and he goes, yeah, man, I was here last week. I got to talk to Carlos Mencia and blah, blah, blah. And I go, all right. Hey, I'm in the middle of a phone call right now. And he goes, yeah, you know what you should do? And he just kept talking. And I went, okay, I'm sorry. Do you mind if we finish this in a minute when I get off the phone? And he goes, yeah. Turns around, starts walking down the hallway, points at me and goes, you need to introduce me to Joey Diaz. Yep. And he just keeps walking. And I go, yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Yep. And then I start hearing, oh my God, was it that security guy? Did he look like this? Did he look like this? And I go, yeah. And they said, last week, he walked up to Carlos Mencia. And I go, I heard. And they said, he told Carlos Mencia, I'm on mushrooms right now.
Oh,
and I was like, what?
As a security guard.
Whoa, I'm on mushrooms.
I didn't hear that part.
And then someone had to escort him out of there. Mm-hmm. He clocked out, but then stayed in the club in his uniform, brought a guitar to the back of the room, an acoustic guitar. You didn't hear about the guitar?
I didn't hear about that.
And this is where it gets, there's so many weird layers to this. He started not playing, pantomiming like he's playing the guitar.
Air guitaring with a guitar there.
With a guitar in his hand. Air guitaring. While he's going to see this and murder both of us. But when
he's not going to murder me.
Oh,
I had a different response when he came in there.
He's going to murder both of us. So this is the last time you're going to see me and Chris Kale. We're about to get murdered by some crazy security guard who's already been fired by now. He has to be fired by now.
That dude came back again when you were on stage. Came back in the dressing room. Me and Fitzy, the host that night. We were
Sean Fitzsimmons, by the way, who was hilarious.
Wonderful dude.
Yeah.
Wonderful human being.
Also a UFC fighter, right?
Yeah.
Former UFC.
Yep. And that kid came back there and hit me with the handshake right out of the middle. And I was like,
oh, as soon as you said about the handshake, I was like, tell me about the handshake. I bet I could guess what happened with the handshake.
Super wet.
Yes.
I was just like,
knew it.
I was like, I just got sick.
Knew it.
Yeah. Like, oh my God. Not clammy, wet.
Yeah. And I appreciate you coming right into the studio with us to talk to us afterwards. After you got whatever disease.
Exactly. And then he goes, yeah, they told me not to come back here anymore, but nobody's out there gardening anymore. So I came back to say hi again. I'm like, oh, this is the guy that Craig was talking to. So I sat there and talked to this guy for probably 10 to 15 minutes.
No shit.
Engaging, listening to his story, just hoping that somebody from the club would come back there and see that he's back there and kick him back out. After about 10 or 15 minutes, nobody had come back there. And I was like, all right, man, I got to go do a, what I got to do? I got to do a Q&A with Craig.
I got to take a shit.
Yeah. So, good talking to you, man. I'll talk to you later. Sean sent you a picture of me in that room.
Yes,
so
you got that picture?
We'll put that up.
Yeah, right here.
Right there.
That's Chris looking like, I like you, man.
Trying not to get murdered.
Yep. I like you, man.
But yeah, and even Sean was like, much like I said, you got quite the patience with crazy. Apparently I have quite the patience and just, hey man, good? No way. Nuh-uh. No, she didn't. Oh, hell
Dude,
no.
There's been a couple people in my life who have been mentally unwell and you can see the cracks. And all I find myself doing is just always acknowledging them going, man, you look good today. Man, you
remember me.
Yeah, man.
Remember me.
Man,
I'm the nice
good.
one. Yep.
Man, hey, that story that I heard you telling everybody that when they were just staring at you, I thought it was great, man.
Yeah.
Really? I did. Oh man, thank you, Craig. Thank you. I like you. And you know what? I love this outfit.
Keep coming back, man.
Yeah, man. I love your attitude. Like, yeah, there's been moments where I overextend myself because I know you're going to snap. I don't know if I'm going to be able to run away from the security guard, by the way. I think
we're back
By
there.
the way, the craziest thing about all that shit is as unstable as he was, there's more that happened in that story that night when he had the acoustic guitar and he was like pantomiming like he was playing. He then stayed inside Jimmy Kimmel's to the point to where the employees were like, hey, we got to lock the doors. He's like, yeah, go ahead. And they lock the doors and they're cleaning up with him inside.
Security.
Where he's staring at the video walls. And then they said he just started crying. He's just looking at the video walls and just crying. And then I think he even told somebody he didn't have any place to stay that night. And then
he asked me for money back there.
Did he really?
Yeah.
And through all that shit,
I go, dude, I'm doing comedy. I clearly don't have money.
There is someone that does the hiring for security at the Link, which is where the promenade is, where all the comedy is at, the ice cream shops and In-N-Out, and there's a live music venue called Brooklyn Bowl.
The big Ferris wheel.
Yeah, that big Ferris wheel is what's called the Link. This security guard worked at the Link. He was somebody interviewed him and said, fuck it. What size shirt do you wear? I just fucking put him out there.
Because they didn't want to get murdered for turning him down.
Yeah. So since we have access to this studio right now, do you mind if I just say a goodbye video?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we go. Hi. I'm comedian Craig Gass. Sarah McLaughlin, dude. You should be doing some Sarah.
I'm trying not to get copyright infringement.
All right. Hi. I'm Craig Gass, stand-up comedian. I was murdered by an out-of-control security guard a few weeks ago. And I just wanted to come to you from the afterlife to say I did not kill myself. That security guard came down.
Didn't Epstein himself.
It did. It was a messy scene, and that's because I was eating my second free pizza of the night.
Wasn't the blood and brains.
With the extra sauce that I always ask for on the cauliflower crust.
He didn't have enough extra sauce in his brain to call it extra sauce.
So my cheapness resulted in pizza sauce being everywhere in that green room.
He asked for his change.
But I'm dead now, and I just want you to know that I died happy. Why? Because I was doing what I love. Eating free pizza.
Don't forget King of Queens.
I did one episode.
And Sex in the City.
One episode. That's why I am a gay icon. Thank you, Chris. You just
the
jealous.
Rosa Parks of gay.
You're jealous.
Craig Gass.
You're jealous because you're not a gay icon.
It wasn't in the back of the bus that he was in, though.
Oh, I got it in the back of the bus.
Hey-o!
Hey, what the fuck?
Back of the caboose.
Back of the caboose, baby. Gay icon, Craig Gass here.
You got to subscribe to Patreon for that, though.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, we'll get into Patreon in the next episode because I think we should start with Patreon right off the top. We got some good shit.
Yep.
Patreon's coming, but you
so is Craig or the dude behind him. No eye contact, though, so it's all right, man.
When you got on stage at Jimmy Kimmel's, you had the best intro. Can we go over that?
Yes.
All right, let's get the intro for Chris Kale.
So I'm bringing rock and roll to stand-up comedy.
Kale. Give it a Chris.
Yo, oh, man, we got some copyrighted music that's going to get us nailed.
It didn't get posted.
It didn't? Okay. All right.
We can edit the video though.
Yeah.
Look at that jacket. Wow. Cult of individuality.
The band at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. How are we doing tonight?
Chris is back as the gay icon. Rob Halford impersonator.
When I was on the stage at one of the shows, there was a dude that was hammered wearing a Golden Knights jersey out there. Okay. I go, you might recognize me. My day job is I play for a heavy metal band. And he goes, Judas Priest. I go, nope, not that one. I wouldn't be doing stand-up comedy if I was in that band. Yeah. I'd have the money not to do this. I was like, I'm actually the bass player for Five Finger Death Punch. He goes, oh my God, fuck yeah.
Really? You had no idea that you were...
Wow. And I was like, oh, thank God we got some people with questionable taste in this room.
Wow.
That means this comedy set's going to go pretty good.
No shit. Wow,
that dude
got thrown out.
Got thrown the fuck out.
During my set.
And not by the security guard that was hanging out in the dressing room the whole time. He didn't throw anybody out.
We had a real security guard that got him thrown out. Not one that was panhandling for money in the backstage.
What was that chick's name? Millie
was it Jilly that threw him out?
Jilly, yeah.
No
Jilly
way.
is
Jilly
like
is
a 24-year-old beautiful little girl, but she's a little girl.
Yeah, she's 4 feet tall.
She had to throw them out of there.
She's about 2 feet tall, and she actually threw out. Wow, yeah, because she stepped up to the security guard too.
Oh yeah,
and said, "Hey,
ooh, she's feisty."
Yeah, she walked up to the security guard and said, "We're not doing this."
If she wasn't a white chick, I'd totally call her. I'd be into
that. That was some crazy shit, dude. Yeah, there's something about people getting drunk at shows, like they don't have the self-awareness to know that they're being too loud and being too disruptive, and that is so annoying for a comedian.
Oh,
like, you know,
I actually, by me pointing them out and like talking to the guy, they were getting ready to throw him out right then, but they're like, when we found out he was one of your fans, we couldn't kick him out of there. So I kept that dude in there for longer than he should have been, just by acknowledging him, like, hey, I don't know if this is quite heckling, but I'm getting challenged right now. I'm gonna go ahead and try to work this a little bit. I think I did okay. It was good.
You know what? I'm actually going to share a story with you that I shouldn't, because
one that's not about being gay.
It's unflattering. It's unflattering about myself.
Definitely not about being gay.
And so I was watching the Eddie Murphy documentary with Darcy, and it's such a good documentary. Have you seen it yet?
I remember watching it in passing, but yeah.
Eddie Murphy is just, I can't believe he let the cameras come in. The original idea, the reason why he even let the cameras in, is that in 2020, he was going to start documenting his return to stand-up comedy. And then the pandemic hit, and he's like, fuck it. And it chased Eddie Murphy back into his hole to like, just and away from stand-up comedy. All of us stand-up comedians have been waiting for him to show up. I've got friends who manage clubs in New York and LA that I've repeatedly texted and said, please let me know if you even hear that he might be showing up, because if I'm in another city, I will get on a plane and I will come to the club to see him get on stage. And everyone's been waiting for his return, but because of the pandemic, he was like, you know what? Since we're filming, let's just keep rolling. Let's talk about my life. Mm-hmm. And there were multiple moments that were so insightful about his philosophies about life and about comedy that I kept going, yes, yeah. And then
you mean yes, Queen. Yes.
Well, at one moment, Darcy said, shut. And she didn't even finish. My eyes just went.
Sometimes you need to hear a little noise to let you know.
And I go, oh my God, I'm sorry. And she goes, you've been talking through this entire she's like, you're talking to the screen like it can hear you. And then all of a sudden I realized, oh my God, I am being like every one of my worst audience members ever.
Yep.
I'm actually talking back like
Darcy is a saint.
Yeah.
Darcy, I hung out with him in Australia all weekend in Las Vegas. Girl, my God. I got the Virgin Mary tattooed right here. I need to get on the back here your girlfriend, because she's a saint too.
Oh, she's going to love hearing that.
Speaking of documentaries, I just watched the Stallone documentary on
I didn't know they had one.
Netflix as well. And there's one point where he's talking about how he'd been doing these characters like Rocky, Rambo, that kind of thing. So he was getting pigeonholed. And this was about the same time that Arnold Schwarzenegger had been doing comedy movies.
Right.
So he was trying to do some comedy movies, and it just didn't work out well. The reason I'm bringing it up is because on season 3 of Tulsa King, the season finale, they play Five Finger Death Punch, Bad Company, as the outro to this thing is happening. So I was like, oh, that's great. So this week, I was like, well, our song's on there, and I've heard so many things about it. I'm going to try to catch up on it. My God. I'm on season 3, and I started it this week.
Like Tulsa King.
Yeah.
People, Howard Stern's always raving about it. He said it's a great show.
I loved it, because then after watching that Stallone documentary and hearing him talk about how he wanted to be in like a comedic type of thing, like the first 3 or 4 episodes of Tulsa King, he's got some real funny parts on there. So he's able to blend like this tough guy thing with the comic side of things. And it was nice watching that documentary and then seeing our song, Five Finger Death Punch's Bad Company, on there, and me choosing to watch it. And yeah, it was, I'm enjoying it. So what I'm trying to get to is Taylor Sheridan. Anyone who knows Taylor Sheridan out there.
Who's Taylor Sheridan?
He is the creator of every huge show that's on TV right now.
And you got a crush on
Yellowstone. No, that's you.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't go to gay rehab.
Yeah. I did go to gay rehab.
And he apparently has not been cured. But Taylor Sheridan, he's the producer and creator of Sons of Anarchy, Yellowstone, all the big shows that are on TV right now. So our The Five Finger Death Punch music has made it on there. I have done a movie before, The Retaliators.
Oh, here we go.
I
Auditioning
really want to be in one of those shows. It's like every show.
Let's act out.
It's like bikers and
let's act out.
And on The Retaliators, I really had to stretch.
All right.
I played a biker enforcer.
All right.
Woo!
Let's act out a scene.
I had to dig deep.
I'll be Stallone in a scene, and let's just do a quick so we can show to Taylor Sheridan.
Yep, Taylor Sheridan.
Taylor Sheridan. If you're watching this right now, Taylor, I'm going to help Chris Kale read for a scene. Let's just give me give me a typical scene. I'll be Stallone, and you.
I can work with anything here.
Okay,
so yeah.
All right, so I'm Stallone, and I just walked into a bar in Tulsa, and you are in.
I've already got it.
You're in,
what?
Yeah. Don't let me get into my character.
I heard enough. Like Darcy, I heard enough.
I'll walk into the bar and then
what?
But turn around and give like some drama to the camera. All right. And I'll ask for who's a character on the show that I can ask for as Stallone, and then you just give me some attitude, big time Tulsa attitude.
Be Manfredi. That's Stallone's character.
Hey,
Dwight Manfredi.
Dwight. Okay, you ready? Hey, I'm Dwight Manfredi. You guys open?
Who the fuck hired this guy? Pretty good.
Well done.
Yeah.
Dude, before we end, I
was hoping when I slapped you that you took the cue of like that. So
do I do it again?
Clearly, like you used to.
All right, let's do it
write
again.
Your own parts.
Let's do it again.
No, it's too late, Craig.
You want to slap me?
He's seen my work.
All right.
He saw your work too.
There's a great Schwarzenegger story that I want to lead. Schwarzenegger, and I want to end this episode with. So, and it's not my story; it's Dennis Miller's story. Dennis Miller has this amazing.
You gonna do it as Dennis Miller though?
Sure.
Yeah, there we go.
Dennis Miller said he goes, "I was at this party in Hollywood, and I was ended up in a private room, and he said that Arnold Schwarzenegger walks into this room, and it's just like 6-7 people just sitting around this room. There's like more of a party going on, but this is like people are looking for just some privacy, so they all end up sitting around this table." And that Schwarzenegger at the time was like Terminator 2. He was the biggest star in the world when he walks in. And Dennis described this amazing moment where Schwarzenegger just sat down and he was smoking a cigar and listened to everybody for like 5 minutes and then stood up and said, "You people bore me." And then he walked out of the room. That's the fucking greatest line. I love that. I love that kind of attitude.
In the season 3 of Tulsa King, the guy who played RoboCop.
Yeah.
He is in this as like this hillbilly, like distiller dude.
No shit.
And like, it gets progressively more intense. Wow. And then this guy comes on there like, oh my God.
Really?
Dunmore? I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah, in the show, he plays this total country dude. I'm like, oh man, this reminds me of my kin back home. All the bootleggers back in Kentucky.
I never tried to do a Stallone impression, and now you know why. We're going to be in Green Bay, Wisconsin, at the Epic Event Center, as a burp tries to come out of my mouth. Epic Event Center on January 10th.
We heard the stories. They wasn't a burp.
The week after that, 14th through the 16th, I will be at Comedy Connection in Providence, Rhode Island, and then I'm joining Chris again at the Grove in Anaheim on January 24th. All the tickets for Anaheim, Providence, and Green Bay are at getgas.com. Getgas with 2 S's.com. Come out, see the show, hang out with us.
Yep.
It's the one way you can actually meet Chris for free without paying for a meet and greet package. You can come out and say hi. And
don't bring those blue markers.
Yeah. The blue markers. What are the blue markers?
He don't listen. Remember this? Just wrap the show.
I don't listen. Oh, yeah, because the blue markers, like they
too late, Craig.
Yeah.
Darcy. We got some stuff to discuss.
Getgas.com. Getgas with 2 S's.com. We'll see you next week.
Saving that spot right there for you, Darcy. I put a picture of Craig being the saint right there.
Words hurt. Words hurt, Chris.
You should feel this.